everybody, and this is Sunaina. Welcome back to my channel. It's morning here, so I'm going to wish you guys good morning, but you all could be in any time zone, so doesn't matter. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever resonates with everybody. Please accept that. And yes, so here I am, as I said yesterday in my last video, for the sign of Pisces, that I am on a rock and roll situation. I'm absolutely trying my level best to complete all the energy updates for the year 2019 so that everybody can watch it and can find out their own energies that is going to be playing out in the year 2019 for all the 12 months in here. Now, 2019, as far as I'm aware, although I'm not an astrologer, but whatever little knowledge that I do have, it says that there are a couple of eclipses in the year 2019, of course, and those eclipses will be again quite powerful in changing some of the situations in people's lives as we cross the eclipses that will happen in the year 2019. Okay, so whatever the time frame would be that pertains to the eclipses for the zodiac signs, which is sitting in whichever house at that point in time, the effect will be accordingly. Could be quite brutal, sometimes could not be quite brutal, but it depends on everybody's natal signs as well. Now today I'm doing an update for the zodiac sign of Geminis. Okay, I love these people. They are very witty, they are very nice people, and they're good people in general, the Geminis, the air signs. Okay, so but again, every zodiac sign has their own pros and cons. Now over here, again, I don't know, this is very strange, but I had asked for one card for each month, but my spirit refused to give me just one card for each month. I mean, they have given me one card for each month in certain cases, but in most of the situations, about 2 or 3 cards have flown out. And the last two cards, when I collected my December card for the Geminis, and I had my eyes closed while I was doing my shuffle, and I didn't realize, but when I opened my eyes and I had completed my meditation, I realized that there were 2 more cards on the side of the table that was waiting for me to be picked up. Okay, so I guessed and I realized that those 2 cards, the extra 2 cards, were meant to be heard and seen. Okay, and at the same time, I've taken those 2 cards for the month of December, because that's when this happened, when I was actually picking up on the single card for December that had already flown out from my deck, I not having realized that there were 2 more cards which were lying on this side. Okay, so anyways, so that is what it is on my table at this point in time, guys. Enjoy the reading and take the guidance. You may or may not like everything that you will watch today in this video, but again, sometimes things happen for a reason, as I've always said. So really, in my opinion, there is nothing unfortunate, even though we attempt to use this word quite often, because we want to also justify the cause of this action and whatever is happening in our life. And we do happen to say, oh, it's an unfortunate incident, it shouldn't have happened. But at times, when you look back, at a later date, you will see that that particular incident had happened because of a reason, to avoid a major disaster that could have otherwise happened if that particular halting situation had not occurred during that particular moment, which could have halted your progress for some reason, which could have put an end to a certain situation, in some cases. So whatever happens at that point in time, it may not be to the best of our liking, and we do not perhaps enjoy those moments of grief, of sorrow, of whatever. But at the same time, when you look back at a later date, like I said, you will realize that things have happened for a reason. Like I have said always, that there is no happy coincidence in life. Okay, so we attempt to use the word again. We attempt to use the word coincidence very often in our life, justifying the cause of that particular action that has happened. But in reality, there is nothing called coincidence in life. There is a purpose and a reason behind why certain things happen, and certain actions happen, and certain situations happen, or begin or end in whatever frame of time. All right. So Geminines, let's rock and roll into your reading to see what 2019 has in store for all my lovely Gemini friends who are out here in this 3D watching, learning, guiding themselves as well through my spiritual work, through the work that I love doing for everybody. It's a complete hobby, and it was a complete hobby at one point, but now it's like coming into the stage of becoming my passion. Okay, so which is wonderful, and I just simply love doing this. Okay, so here we go with the final shuffle of the clarifiers that I'm going to use for your reading in here. And today I have used another deck to pull up all the major energies in here. And this deck is also beautiful. It's quite colorful, very, very colorful deck, kind of is nice to see on the table as well. So, okay, so let's rock and roll. I've got the goddess guidance for all my friends in here, the Geminines out here who are listening to me at this point in time. And we'll start off with the reading from January until December of 2019. All right, let's go. All right. Now over here, the goddess guidance says bold. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, for all the Geminines out here in this world, whoever is listening out to me, 2019 is going to be a situation in many cases for you where you will have to put your courage up. Okay. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. That is your overall goddess guidance for 2019 to all the Geminines. So you will have to take the risk. You will have to learn to manipulate your adventurous side in the right direction. You will have to get out of your cocoon wherever you are or wherever you have been, to take the next step forward in your life. And for that, what you require is to be bold in your actions, in your thoughts, in your words, in every sphere of your life that will encourage you and provide you the right guidance and the right path towards what you are looking for. So this is your overall guidance card from my goddess deck here. Okay, and that is very important for you to gather this and understand. And the bottom of the deck says go outside. Okay, so you also need to take that next step forward. Like I said, get out of your cocoon, get out of your shell, move your wings, let them fly. Move yourself out of that little comfort zone that you have been waiting and sitting for whatever period of time to go forward, because unless you do that, you won't be able to reach the place that you have been waiting to reach for the longest time. So take this guidance, understand this guidance, and work according to this guidance in here for the year 2019. Now, as of January 2019, the Six of Pentacles has come to me in reverse and over here, which in reverse tells me there is a halt in your work, in your progress, in your life. Okay, so whatever you have been thinking of building up for this period of time, or whatever you had been aiming to build up in this period of time is definitely halted in the month of January 2019. Okay, now we'll get a clarifier here to see what it is, and it is because there is a conflict situation in your life at the moment in January 2019. Now, this conflict situation, like I've explained before to everybody here, it could be personal, it could be professional, it could be romantic, in whichever sphere of your life that you're not able to move forward, it's because something is coming in the way of your movement, and that is a conflict situation that is persisting in the month of January 2019 for all the Geminis. Okay, so that is, again, this energy. It's kind of a halt, it's kind of a waiting game period, it's kind of a situation that you will find it difficult to override unless you are bold enough and courageous enough to move forward on your own at this point in time. So you see how this particular card is being linked with the goddess guidance in your energy level in the month of January 2019. So keep the situation in your mind for January 2019. Let's move into Feb 2019. Now, because of this situation in January of 2019, the Geminis, unfortunately, are not finding their stability in life because of this conflict situation that is persisting in January. Their stability in life is getting lost somewhere, and that is not allowing the sun to shine upon their life in the month of Feb 2019. Okay, so there is a conflict situation in January that is going to carry forward into Feb as well, which is kind of destabilizing the foundation of all the Geminis in this period. Okay, let's see what the clarification says in here. And that is because, there is a halt in the progress in every respect, although the Geminis themselves want to go forward with their love, with their kindness, with their understanding, with their intuition in the month of February. But at the same time, this destabilization of their foundation is being halted, which is letting the sun go down and not letting it shine upon their lives. Although in the subconscious energy, the Geminis would want to move forward, and with this offering of love, with the kind of objective to get what they want, the lovely resources that they have in their hand that they want to make use of in the month of February. But the other energies at this point in time is probably not going to support this energy too much. Although it's good to see that the Geminis are preserving at the bottom of their heart, even though there is a foundation problem, a destabilization of the foundation, like I said. It could be in their marriage situation, it could be in their personal situation, it could be in their professional situation, wherever that little hurling, that little boulder or that stone is coming in the way of this foundation. That doesn't mean that the Geminis do not have that love in their life. They do have that love, okay? They do want that stability back. They do want that security back. They do want the sun to shine upon this particular phase in their life. But unfortunately, that kind of energy is being halted because of the other energies that is coming in the way in the month of February 2019. Okay? Let's move into March of 2019 here, guys. March of 2019. The Geminis definitely want to take a step forward now. They want to move forward. They want to attain. They want to achieve what they have started in the process, by cutting through all kinds of other areas which is not working towards their benefit. Okay, they do not want this kind of conflict. They do not want this kind of shaky foundation in their life. Okay, so they are wanting to cut through all those. They want to move forward They want to be an achiever. Okay, they are building that courage to move forward, to be bold, to be adventurous, to unleash their adventurous side, to move forward into the real situation. But again, there is a tower moment in the month of March for the Geminis. This tower moment is a collapse of certain situation in their life. It could be again personal, romantic, professional, wherever this tower situation will arise, it will definitely bring about an end to a certain situation that the Geminis had been either holding on for too long or were not allowing it to finish or end. Okay, so that is what the March situation for the Geminis are working out to be, and after which, when this happens, they would want to move away from that kind of conflict towards something that they love in their life. It could be a person, it could be a profession, it could be their own personal passion, whatever that they are seeking for, they would want to move away, and that is the reason into the much calm water, on the calmer waters, and that is the reason the tower moment is happening in the month of March, which is in turn going to allow the Geminis to move forward. These are the processes, these are the make and break processes that's going on in their life in the year 2019. And it's all happening because of this reason, because the universe is wanting them to have the courage to take the next step forward, to leap into motion by themselves, get out of their cocoons, to build and to stabilize their own foundation. That is why all these areas are, or all these months are showing up with these kind of energies. Month of April, again, it's a cold period for the Geminis, really. The harvest, the fruit, the garden, whatever they had sowed, whatever they wanted to reap, whatever they had wished would be fulfilled, is not happening. And if even in April, okay, at this point in time, in April 2019. And let's get a clarification. That's because, these guys will have to move forward with their offering of love in whatever direction, personal, professional, romantic, in whatever direction, they will have to take the first step forward in order to get this harvest back in their life. So like I said, be adventurous, be bold, be daring to complete and act on the mission that is existing in your life, and do not lose hope that things are not working for you. Things are working for you, but in the way the universe is guiding you and wanting you to act upon the signals or the energies that is coming into your life. So this is the month of April. In the month of May, there is again a death of a situation in here, in May. Okay, so January, February, March, April, May, there is a death of a situation. Now, don't take this a personal death. It's a death of a situation. It could be because of the tower moment that has happened in the month of March that is still lingering on. The energies don't die, just as quickly as you would want it to go. It doesn't happen. It lingers for a while. And that is why this death card is showing up in the month of May, which is suggesting that there is a death of a situation in the lives of the Geminis where they are kind of feeling hopeless and lost in their own world. Okay, now again, it's very difficult at this point in time. Even if I can, I don't want to tell you, or I don't want to dig deep into that situation to find out why and what is the reason it's happening. But definitely there is a certain ending to a situation in the month of May that is going to let the Geminis feel very low and cold about themselves, about their own situations, about their own financial problems. It could be anything that is relating to this card in here, which is calling for a death of a certain situation in their life in the month of May, okay, 2019. In the month of June, the Geminis are definitely asking for strength. Okay, the Geminis, it's their birth month, June. They are definitely calling out for strength in this period. After, of course, what they have gone through from January until May, the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, they're calling out for strength to guide them, to direct them, to harness their energy, to allow them to grow, to flourish, to prosper in their spiritual way, in the way that they want to move forward, or they can move forward, or should have the ability to move forward, because they need to be bold, they need to be courageous, they need to be wise enough to take the next step forward. They have to be daring now. So, in their birth month, that's what they're going to do. They're going to call for strength, which will allow them to move forward in the right direction, both spiritually and in the practical sense, to allow that energy to harness that will give them result. In the following months. Okay, so that's the mid-month, June, the Geminis, the birth month of the Geminis in here. In July, they definitely do want to offer everything, you know. They are in that mode of giving. Okay, they want, of course, they want to give their love, they want to give their fulfillment, their commitment, their loyalty, their dedication. But again, everything is halted, and that is because they are still growing. They are still in the growing period that has started in the month of June, that's continuing in July as well. That is again not allowing the Geminis to move forward in the direction they want to, because at this point in time, they are leaving something behind. You know, they are guarding themselves, but at the same time, they are guarding their own ego, their own problems, their own life, whatever. But at the same time, they are also looking forward to seeing where they can go in order to achieve what they need to achieve in their life. Okay, so that is the reason this card is in the reverse, which is telling me that this is the period that the Geminis have actually started to move a little bit forward in their own life, which is again, as the goddess guidance has started from the month of June, continuing into July. Okay, August, guys. The happiness is yet to come into their lives. Okay, that happiness, the cups, the overflowing rejoice, the enjoyment, the fulfillment, everything that is yet to come into their lives, because right now they are choosing in which direction they should be walking into. This is the month of August, and how they can start, and once they do that, how they would be able to start building up on what they have lost. So you see that courage is coming into focus, because all these good energies are yet to enter their life. They still do not have, because the sun in February is blocking it all out for the Geminis, which is continuing till August, where they are not able to really move forward at the rate that they want to, unless of course they are bold and daring to take the next step forward, to choose which road, which action will work for their benefit, where they can go next to achieve what they have to achieve in their life, that will help them to start and build the beautiful commitment, the relationship, the prosperity, the teamwork, everything that they have been waiting to look into, and offer that pentacle, which will allow them then to offer the pentacle once they are able to successfully take hold of these energies in the most daring possible way, in the most adventurous way, in the month of August. September, they are resisting some kind of change to the movement. Okay, they were definitely in the mood to move, but again in September, that changing moment seems to have halted for the Geminis. Now, either they have halted that situation, or it's somebody else coming in their life to halt the situation. But definitely there is a resistance to that change that was actually starting to happen in the month of August. And that is because of a heartache in their life again. In the month of July, August, September. In the month of September 2019. And that is again halting their progress to move forward because they are having to face some kind of a loss, some suffering, something that is leaving them with a Three of Swords energy in the month of September 2019. Okay, and that's halting their resisting the change that was just about to happen in the month of August, but has come to a stalemate situation in the month of September here 2019. In the month of October, they are definitely looking for balance in their life once again. Okay, they do have some secretive plans. They're listening to their intuition, and that is allowing them to balance their subconscious and conscious self in the month of October 2019. Okay, where they are going into their inner self. They're going deep down into their inner self after all the trouble, the heartbreak, the pain, the suffering, the loss, things that is happening because the universe is pushing them to take the next step forward. And it's a process again for the Geminis in here. That's a learning process, that a significant learning process in the way in 2019, where they will have to build the ability of courage, daring, and the dare to take the bold leap forward without thinking, of consequences so much that is resisting or halting the change in their life. Okay, so in the month of October, that's what they are doing. They are doing their spiritual inner wisdom work by themselves, which is again bringing in their intuition to light. Okay, they do have their secretive intuition that's acting up for them, that is also helping them to create the balance that they very, very much need to start once again building what they have probably lost or have suffered from. That's the month of October. November, these guys, Geminis, you all are moving away again. You all are leaving behind the old grief, the heartache, the pain, the sorrow, the suffering, whatever has tampered with your happiness, blocking out the sun in the month of February here as well. You all are leaving those behind in the month of November to move forward after the spiritual work that you have got and gathered, to listen to your intuition once again, because by now in the month of November, you know what is the right thing to do, because your voices, the secret voices, the inner voices, you have learned, the knowledge you have gathered, the wisdom that has enabled you to understand what is the right direction for you to now follow and gather your strength from, and how you can do that by listening to your inner voice in here in the month of November. Okay, in the month of December, you will want to free yourself from all these kind of situations. You would want to carry forward to the next part of your life. Okay, you don't want to hang over there, to be a silent observer and watcher in all kinds of these situations or dramas that is coming up in your life in the year 2019. So by December, you will be ready to take the leap of faith, not in practical sense, but you're getting ready to be there. Okay, you're getting ready to free yourself from the chains, the bondage that has been holding you back for a long period of time. You don't want that energy to come back to you, and that is the reason why you will stop guarding that energy anymore. You will be protecting yourself, but not to the extent that you needed to protect. You will now be able to get the courage to defend your own actions, to move out of your cocoon, to walk into the unknown areas, leaving behind the scene of conflict in your life in the month of December 2019, where you will now once again have that ability from the universe to take the right call, to choose wisely which direction will be applicable to you. You know, where there are more restrictions, where there are less restrictions, being courageous enough to gather yourself in the right spiritual, in the right way that will enable this energy to give you the right guidance, to give you the right direction into which road, into which way you should be carrying yourself forward in the month of December of 2019. Okay, so this process, Gemini, is all about a growth process for you in 2019. Okay, you will have the stumbling blocks, you will have these problems, but these are all being there present in your life in 2019 for a reason, because the universe wants you to move forward, guys, wants you to push out yourself from the cocoons, let your wings out in the air and fly, because you will then also, going forward, you will stop feeling the Nine of Sword energy, that heartache, the pain, that anxiousness, the anxiety that you had been suffering for a very long time, where the universe will open the doors of options for you, provided you have the courage to walk that far for yourself, where you will be able to live like the Queen of Pentacles in here. Okay, you will have that ability to embody this particular energy, again provided you have the courage to become the Queen of Cups in here as well, where you will be able to leave behind that pain, that grief, that suffering, that sorrow, the lingering bad energies that you have been carrying on for way too long. Okay, for way too long. To pick up your wand once again, to pick up yourself once again, to walk forward in your own path that will provide you with the right guidance of the teamwork, of building up, of doing everything right, of not being left out in the cold once again. Okay, and in the end of it, where you will have this beautiful energy of the King of Cups that you will have overflowing with love for from all resources that you lay your fingers on. Okay, so if you do the right things in 2019, if you follow the advice of the goddess guidance in here and take that adventurous side, unleash that adventurous side of yourself to follow the directions of the universe, who is calling out for you in 2019 to do this, if you listen to that and walk according to that exact road that your own intuition will be guiding you, leaving behind the messy scenes, leaving behind the things that is not manifesting any results for you at the end of the day, that's only giving you more grief and pain and suffering and sorrow and whatever it is that's coming in your way. Okay, so keep that in mind for 2019, ladies and gentlemen. All the Geminines out here who is listening to me, I love you all, guys, and I wish you all the best. And please remember that this is happening because this is the time that has been granted to you, where you will want to take the next step forward after having gone through whatever you have or whatever you have to go through in 2019. Okay, so take care, guys, and love you all, and see you once again quickly and very soon. Bye for now.